Glorious day to you, my friends. Kia kotora, ki sanahata kitara. Welcome. Welcome to day number 142 of being, this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace. Nitoro urahana aska tadada. It is February 29th, Leap Day. Kasuhukunora, Chaya kahara sanaheso utoro tatadiarara. Kasanihi titiariaranaheha. And day number 142, 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. It's alignment. Well, in theory, we're in alignment in the series. We've come to Vyapini. We've left Sahasrara. The one day, we spent 2 days in, so let's, from the heart. We spent 8 days in the heart center. We spent 5 days with Vishuddha and entered into the Vijnana Maya Kosha as we released our Mano Maya Kosha, this mind, this idea of thinking of who we are. We entered into the higher realms of ease and knowledge and what is, this Vijnana Maya Kosha. We spent 5 days in Vishuddha, exploring all that is, with snapshots of time, pausing the cycles, or giving the cycles rest, giving time rest, as our buddhi, our higher mind, observes everything. We spent 3 days in Agnya, exploring, unifying duality even. Chukatara arasanahatutara. We spent 2 days in Sahasrara. We're now entering Vyapini, the goddess who is everywhere, the soul star chakra. 1 day. And then we got 1 day with the Ananda chakra, or emptiness. Letting go of everything is tomorrow, just being. And then we have day number 0, day number 144. 0 in the Fibonacci sequence. 1 day in Vyapini. February 29th. 2, 2, 9. 2 and 9 is 11, and 2 is 13. Well, we're going to talk about 13. Kasinata tara achakatura tana asihata tarata. We spent, let's do the whole thing again. 144 days of spiraling up the pyramid, the great pyramid of the self, to the edge of the matrix. Going to poke our head through the hub of the Dharma Chakra, using the Eye of Providence, gain a divine perspective on this reality. The first 55 days, the invitation was to, we'll explain it the way they explained it. This whole thing is about release, surrender, about letting go of who we think we are, which is really resting in our own true nature. We're back to Yoga Sutra 1.3, resting in our own true nature. And we've been practicing every day the Yogi Waltz. Yoga Sutra 1.1 now begins the practice of yoga. 1.2 is yoga is the cessation, is one way to do it. Nirodha, the stopping, the slowing, the easing maybe is the easier word, of the ways of the mind, the chittavritti. And that's all we've been doing this whole time in this being series. Just bigger sweeps of this stopping the ways of the mind and resting in our own true nature. And every day we've begun anew, because now begins the practice of yoga. Doesn't matter what happened up until now, now begins the practice of yoga. So no matter where we are, there you are. So, the invitation from the universe, from a release standpoint, is to release, let go of. Pratyahara, aparigraha, whole bunch of Sanskrit words, to release where we think our roots are, and to realize that our roots are in our heart center. There are 12 petals of anahata, and the 13th, which we're going to talk about today, the 13th is the center of your heart, the real you. You already know what it is. Purushottama, Kasihinata Rashanata is number 13, the real you, the ultimate spirit. And interesting that we're talking about this on February 29th, which is a 13. February 29th is leap day in a leap year. In the Hindu calendar, we don't celebrate leap day or leap years. There's the concept of Adhika Masa. The sun and the moon are on different cycles, and when to sync them up again, we celebrate this extra month. It was last year. As a matter of fact, we were on day number 3 of Sahasrara when the new moon in July. The new moon was on July 17th, so when the first sliver happens, the new month begins. And so a whole new month. There's a link down in the description. Yet again, the Sanskrit channel to the rescue of explaining it all. That the 12 months of the year are the Adityas, yes, Niyachara Arasana Akotoryo Toto, the sons of Aditi. We've talked about them. The 12 sons, the 12 aspects of you, the 12 aspects of Surya, the sun, which is what the 12 months are named after. Niyatora Arshana Ikutoro Hosana Okutoro. And this 13th, to get the sun and the moon to resync, Kasana Akahasa Ikichiarata Hakatetita. Adhika Masa Sha'anatoro Urshana Hakutoryoto, or Purushottama Masa. The real you, the month of the real you. Just like in the Western world, we think of this as an extra day, just like in the Mayan world, a day out of time is an extra day to be awesome, we can be spiritual, we can think of it as an extra day. No matter what, the sun still spins, the earth still spins, the moon still spins. But the point here is this ultimate Uttama, Purushottama, which is represented by this whole month. The next one's going to happen in 2026, May 17th, if I believe. No, Ishkunotorio Tochara Titiriara. Yes, May 17th through June 15th in 2026. Kasakanahatariata Anakatatita Karyata. This 13. Well, the first 55 days was realizing that our roots are in our heart center and releasing the idea that our roots are in this physicality. They keep changing the explanation. So, and then the next 34-day segment, another Fibonacci number. 144 is a Fibonacci number. The next 34-day segment is to release the idea that this foundation is in this physicality and in this energy field. We entered into the pranamaya kosha and we released this annamaya kosha, this physicality. And the invitation was to realize that our foundation is in our heart, is in our 13, is in our Purushottama, this ultimate spirit. That's yet another name for us, for you. And they just said we needed to balance. At the beginning, they just said we needed to balance over the winter solstice. They had a plan that we were doing this series and we would end up here. And this is day number 3 of Sahasrara, same as it was when we first entered day 1 of Adhika Masa Cha'atare Sana Okutore Takayatata. This month of spirituality, of cleansing, of devotion. Devotion to Purushottama. Number 13, the real you. Outside of time is where we are. In Vyapini, Niyatura Shanahatukarya Shanatati. Not that I planned it. Askonohutura Utanahasa Itiarianata. They did. This whole month of realigning with who you really are. We've done 144 days of that. Down. There's new stuff about Vyapini in the description and in the pinned comment. And there's a link too. Day number 87. And the day after was 88, which is the master of manifestation, but we're releasing all of manifestation. We're releasing all of reality. We're releasing everything. And tomorrow we're just going to be. There's no rest. We're giving rest a rest tomorrow. And as we release this Vijnanamaya kosha, we talked about it yesterday, and now we have. At least that's the idea with the series. So let's read about Vyapini. The soul star chakra. Vyapini, the goddess, means the goddess who is spread everywhere. It's the top of our Merkaba, our real, true self. The beach mantra, Aim, Ang, Aying, doesn't matter how we say it. Out of Shat Chakra Niruparam, while talking about the Kundalini. After Sahasrara, the Devi, you, the Devi who is, this godlike being who is existent being, shines therein in the fullest of her luster. Thereafter, in her subtle state, the most subtle state, lustrous like lightning and fine like the lotus fiber, She goes to the gleaming, flame-like Shiva, the supreme bliss. Well, we've left up Vijnana Maya Kosha. The only piece of clothing we have left is bliss, our true nature. The supreme bliss of liberation. The wise and excellent yogi, wrapped in ecstasy and devoted to the lotus feet of the Guru, your true self, this Purushottama. All in divine timing here. I wish I planned it all. The yogi who has, after the practice of yama, this surrender, this letting go of it all. Niyama, this eliding, this omitting into peace. Just like these diphthongs are sliding from one to the other, this illusion is we're skipping it. We're omitting it in silence. Eliding into peace. The yogi who has, after practice of yama, niyama, is the source of uninterrupted joy, whose mind is controlled. Samadhi is never born again in this world, then dances at the feet of his or her Ishta Devata. Okay? Interpreted many ways. Let's interpret it as the Shining One. We are shining in our own essence, this Purushottama. But there's still this one little idea of separation left. This, we are shining, we are this ultimate spirit. Tomorrow, we're even going to let that go. We're letting go of awareness tomorrow. And on day 0, day number 144, we'll just have to see what happens. The Shining One. We've attempted to let go of shining yesterday. Letting go of everything. And just like everything in this gentle tuning of our vibration, be easy on ourselves. Be easy on yourself. This sadhana, this practice, this gentle tuning, this dance. Even as the whirling dervish, us dancing in joy like today, as pure spirit, as pure joy, as pure bliss. When we stop dancing and actually rest, unaware that we're aware, that's tomorrow. We're in this state of unity, we're in this state of bliss, we're in this state of samadhi and kevalya. Simply being and shining. Resting in our own true nature. Because there's nothing to do. Shining is what we do. Without trying. That's what 13 is. That's what the center of the grid is. That is what Purushottama. That's what Adhika Masa means. That's what your true name is. Your Satnam. This Purushottama, which is you, is the Ekonkar, this maker of everything. There's only one singer of Om, chanter of Om, and that's this Purushottama, which is you. And until we unify everything in complete rest, unaware of our own shining one, which is why we're breaking up this mala into the mala of joy and the mala of ascension, or the Ananda Chakra, however you want to call it. We're reaching up into what we think we are until we're chanting what we know we are and reaching up into what we also know we are, this Purushottama. We've been reaching up every single time. Today, we're chanting with the Mala of Joy. We're chanting Ah, Ah of the heart, this Ah of Purushottama, which is just the first sound of Om. And we broke it up just because we're spiraling it up. We're using smaller and smaller and smaller. Because this idea of oneness, this unity is too big of a word. Oneness is too big of a word. Existence is too big of a word. Is. We're getting closer. But this is still too big of a word. And right now we're in this is that shines, that knows, that bees. And tomorrow we get to become unaware that we are unaware. Today, we're chanting Ah 108 times for the heart, for Purushottama, for our true name, for our true essence, for thinking about chanting Om, but not chanting Om, the Om that created it all. This Om is this Purushottama, but in the mechanism of chanting, even chanting with our Antarad, it's just yet another gentle tuning. Excuse me. Water is life, my friends. Using the Mala of Joy, chanting Ah, or chanting with our Antarnad, Ah, 108 times. And then we're going to sit in silence with our inner being, like we have been, to music. And unlike every other day, during the chanting, we're going to sit in silence for the same time that we would be chanting or listening to the chant of our Antarnad, chanting Ah. We're going to sit in silence, no music. This is what meditation is, reducing the mind, reducing the senses. We don't need anything in the ears. We don't need anything in the eyes. We don't need anything in the nose, in the mouth, or in the fingers. As we sit in silence later on in our Ananda Chakra, slowing down our dance of ease and joy and contentment, allowing our dance to rest. As we relax, whether we lie down, whether we sit, or whether we sit in seated meditation, it does not matter. ease and comfort beget rest. Kasanahi satata karahi sotoro naha tara shaihi so uku uroho tarati kotoro onaha su uya ta anahira shaihi akara tarana hesaya kotoro urhana hasuya nasa iti tiarana hasuhu torokoya kashahanata takarahasanahe horroto ur horhana kasinihe kia taratatita shohokotor hanuhoti nataharatanahe horroto ota tukuhu shashane kotara hara anasahe karihi saya chaati takarana sutoro hosana herata kotoro onaha turo tadira haru kayo tonora horakana hesiyara hasuno hukuro isa ana hasayara When you are ready, slowly bring awareness back to the here and now. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Hutoro utanahasiata. Congratulations, my friends. Yasanahatakaresisitoruto. We have completed day number 142 of being, this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace, this shining one that you are. I encourage you to journal. Nosoro urhonoko rohotano hoshaya. Saihekiatara naso okuto. Katutor unhasa ekiara. Har horhasana aha. Kachihinata arhana ero. Husa ata hisa arkahanaha.